All right. Good morning, Melissa. How are you?
Good morning.
All right. So we chatted a little bit before this call. So I want to dig a little deeper into your prior work history. So let's kind of start back at the beginning. You were a data processor for Vic Fidelity. So can you talk to me about what you did there in full?
At Vic Fidelity, I came in and I prepared the files for closing from A to Z. I would actually get all of the client's information. I would review the commitment. I would then go ahead and type up the commitment fully for the lender and for the agents. I would also go ahead and disperse the file, which means balancing checks and wires, as well as submitting those out to the clients.
Okay. And from there, you were an escrow officer for quite some time with All America. So talk to me a little bit about that.
As an escrow officer, I stepped back from the processing so much, and I only handled really the money side and, of course, settlement statements and HUDs at that time. I only managed the process or the closing statements, excuse me.
Okay.
So I made sure the wires went out. I made sure everybody got their money, and I made sure the file was zeroed out.
Okay. And then you did some work like in that mortgage loan closer. So again, you were working basically with the title company, just kind of dealing with a different sector of that. And then I'm taking a look here. Again, processor. Is there anything industry-wise that you didn't cover that, being in the title industry, it is kind of broad. So were you mainly working with mortgages for the most part?
Most of the time, I worked with construction. I worked with mortgages. I have worked with cash, short sales, commercial. If it's in the industry, I have done it. I've also worked for RP Funding as a lender and a closing lender, and I would review the documents. I'd make sure everything was sent to the title companies, as well as once I received them, make sure everything was ready for funding and disbursement.
Okay. And then, of course, most recently, what did your job entail?
My job at Celine was not only an escrow officer, but I also trained at least 10 processors. I had at least 10 processors underneath me. And what I would do is just make sure that everything they needed, the knowledge and whatnot, was in there for them for the future.
Okay, perfect. And going into your next role, what is important to you?
Going into my next role, the importance is a family-oriented company, as well as a company that will be around for a long time. I would like to find a company that I could retire from.
All right, perfect. I like to hear that.